Good morning. How is everyone? I'm kind of moving the mic around a little bit. I hope that you can hear me and see me. Golly day, I'm so glad to see all these wonderful people. Steph Miller, Where to Begin Homestead, Blue Self Reliance, Deborah, Black's Tropical Homestead, 6 Acres Farm. Thank you for being in here. Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. And let's see, Blue Self Reliance. Hello, beautiful. Hey, my sweet Jessie. I'm going to try to do this alone, y'all. Blacks and Jessie and Lydia. I'm trying to give them the day off to be able to do this. Little Ridge Farm. Hey, sweetheart. And Homestead Love. Psalm 146. Oh, my gracious. Our treasured home. Good times, Homestead with Jen and Steve. Good morning, darling. Good morning, Tamika Davis and Sanal. Oh, I'm so happy to see everybody. Hey, Vicky Taylor, how you doing? Good, good. You can hear me and see me. Thank you, Psalms 146, because you just never know. I mean, I go back and watch the replay. Let me take this button out of my ear. I go watch the replay and I'm thinking, that was terrible sound. It was just terrible sound. Oh, first time catching me live, Debbie. Snap. I'm so glad you're here. Is it Snap or Snape? Snapper. Yep, maybe Snap. And Jane Doe, Treasure Hunter. Lisa, Wicked Awesome Gardener. Good morning, everybody. Mary, grow with me. The Hoodstead. I miss you. I miss you, darling. I'm glad to see you. Jennifer Thomas and Janet Smith at Chick-fil-A, but you're still watching. Ooh, I could use a Chick-fil-A biscuit this morning. I hadn't had breakfast yet, and it's 11 o'clock. Facebook is coming in. That's great. Hey, Cindy, I'm so glad to see you. Y'all, I'm still tired. It's been a while. I got back from that fabulous cruise that Adrian from Tales of an Educated Debutante put on. And I went as a follower and also a person that was there to meet everybody because she talks to me on her subscribers page. And I was glad to see everyone and meet everyone. And it was like walking into the fanciest mall that you would ever see. It was just beautiful. It was really very, very pretty. Hey, Miss T with the T, you're coming over? Yay! Hey, Libby. I haven't forgotten about tomorrow. I hope that you remember that as well. And Krubby the Beagle, good to see you. What kind of breakfast do you have at Chick-fil-A? It's little chicken, just yummy, yummy little chicken baskets. Hey, Kim. Hey, Kim Mill. Diana, do you eat chocolate all day? I can eat chocolate anytime, any day. I got my buddy Best Yet Journey's cup today. Best Yet Journey. And I have some things that I wanted to share with you. It's getting to be 11:03 in a minute or two. We're going to say our message because if you're new here, and I do have some new friends, and I have some friends that haven't ever been on here, they've already said, "Hey, Uncle G, Tasha Oshie Grows, where have you been, darling? I'm glad to see you." Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, hey, 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 darling. Hey, Homestead in the Wood. Hey, D, how you doing? So, yeah, when you go on vacation, you need a vacation. That's an old saying. Ruth in the garden, glad to see you here. Kathleen, glad to have you. Hey, Bridget, my sweet, precious, loving sister in love. I look amazing. That's makeup, baby. That's makeup. I did have one of my friends tell me, and she wasn't being she was not being ugly at all, but she said, "Oh my gosh, Ann, you look so much better in person. You look really old online." But she didn't mean it that way. I mean, she really didn't. She was giving me a compliment to say, "My goodness, you look nice this evening." It was like, "Thank you." Kinda, sorta thank you. I love it. Nala's doing great. She's very, very uncomfortable right now, which makes me uncomfortable. Thanks for asking, everyone. I'll keep you posted. Nala, if anyone doesn't know, is from Black's Tropical Homestead as their baby girl, their Rottweiler, and she is expecting any hour of any day. And they have so many puppies juggled all up in that tummy. They've had her ultrasound twice, and they can't tell how many puppies because they're all over on top of each other. And this is Nala's first litter, and she's had a little puppy shower for Nala, and people have sent her some supplies. Life with Blenda and Chuck. Hey, darling. Oh, yes, you're so sweet. I can attest that you look great on live and on YouTube. Life with Blenda and Chuck. Chuck, hang around. I want to do a little something with you. As soon as I get finished with my message, I would like very much, if you have the opportunity, to have you come up with me for a minute or two so that we can chat about when we met in person and the dance that we did and how fun you are and how fun your channel is. That is Life with Blenda and Chuck. So if any of my mods could put up his link, that would be great. Now, I don't have my sidekicks, Cherie from Black's Tropical Homestead, Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead, which he is my mentor, man. And also, I don't have Lydia from Best Yet Journey to help me invite people. But I'm going to put the invite in the chat. I think I practiced it while you were on your live, Chuck. And that would be for Chuck to be able to come up. And I would love very much for you guys to meet him. He's on YouTube, he's not on Facebook, but I would love very much for people to see my friend and how genuine and wonderful he is. All right, it's 11:06. Let's get started with our Tuesday. Oh, my picture went away. There it is. I'm going to read a little something to you because on Tuesdays, what we do is we choose our attitude of the day. We choose, we do have that power over our minds to be able to see things half full, to be able to see you're walking around and with a fire, but all you see is goodness. All you see is goodness with true faith and walking through the day. And so that's what we do on Tuesdays. It's just a little reminder of how to do things. And when I read this, I really thought of my children and my grandchildren because this channel will go on hopefully long after I do as far as things on the internet. You know, they say once it's on the internet, it's on there forever. And I wanted to share this with my children to know that to have success, it's really quite simple. And this is the way it goes. This is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. To laugh often and much, to win respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the beauty in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a child, a garden patch, or redeemed social condition, to know that your life has breathed easier because you lived here. And I'm going to add, and to love your Father with all your heart, mind, and soul. This is to have succeeded. So, yay! Hey, Sunday Backyard Farm, I saw you slip in there. I just think that living our lives for success doesn't mean millions. Success doesn't mean things. Success means that You made a difference in this world. You made someone happy. You've left someone a piece of you. And that's my goal is to leave someone a piece of me and to see the Lord when you see me. I think that's pretty awesome. So, Chuck, if you're still here, good to see you again. Good, he is. I want to surprise you. I didn't let him know before this, but I'm going to try to invite Chuck from Life with Blenda and Chuck. I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat, and this is only for Life with Blenda and Chuck, you guys. And I want to invite him to come up, and let's see if I am smart enough to do this. All right, there's the StreamYard link. Y'all can do it. I hope that it worked. I hope that it worked. So I've got my screen. Usually, y'all, I can't see very well. So I have my screen put down enough so that I can see people. There he is. Let's add this sweet man.
Look at you.
Hey,
Look at you getting all computer wizardry on me.
I don't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there you are.
Am
There
I
you
good
are.
now?
You're great. You're
You
great.
can hear me now?
I can hear you now, handsome.
I'm so glad
Surprise.
that you asked me up here. Actually, um, I thought about, I always put your channel on after I get done with my live. And I always put your channel on. I'm busy doing around, getting all my stuff done and listening in the background and trying to
Oh,
keep
yeah,
up
yeah.
everything.
I do that
And
with Danny. She comes on afterwards.
yeah, because I mean, obviously life, but I always like to
Yeah.
listen in the background. But and sometimes I get on here and chat a little bit, but depends on how busy or how active I want to be. But I said I'm just tickled to death to be able to get on and Dale. The what did I say? It was the up and coming.
I know.
I can't remember how I put it. The
Well,
shooting
you're
star.
sweet. You are sweet to say that. That's not true, but you are
Oh,
sweet. I don't know
I
how
did
famous I am. I might be infamous, but
infamous.
yeah, Chuck and I had an opportunity. Chuck and Belinda and Bobby and Sherry from Black's Tropical Homestead had an opportunity to meet in person in Florida at the Gulf Coast Homesteader meetup. And so I was able to hug his neck and his precious wife. Oh my gosh. She's the sweetest thing on 2 feet.
She puts
But
up with me. She has to.
she does. I'd say that about Worth too. He puts up
Y'all,
with it.
hey, and that was one of the best trips that we've had. Uh, we really truly enjoyed getting to meet you and Bobby and Sherry. We had a blast. I'm
Yeah,
gonna let you
it
tell
was.
them about our little. I mean, because
Yeah.
I'll just be honest with you. After you told me what it meant,
The other
I
one, it wasn't the one that we were doing.
I know, but still,
I know,
I,
y'all.
my ears are still red. Look at them; they're still red from listening to that.
I know it was terrible. It was terrible. Okay, so
Hey,
y'all,
it was
before
fun.
I went, I got stuck in some reels on Facebook and YouTube. And for anyone that doesn't know Chuck, Life with Belinda and Chuck, he is on YouTube, and I would love for you to go over there and visit. He's a dear, dear man, and if you could visit and like, that would be fantastic. But I saw this dance, and it was kind of like the Macarena, pretty calm, Macarena kind of thing, and do that kind of stuff. And so I brought it up to Bobby and Sherry as far as doing the WAP dance. And they said, "What?" And I said, "Do the what, do the what." And they went, "Oh, okay, okay, okay." And so, yeah, oh no, I don't want to hear this again, Jen says.
Hey, you got to, Jen. Just hang in there.
I know you guys have heard this story before, but really, it is horribly embarrassing for me, but funny all at the same time. And so and they said, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we practiced doing the walk. Now Bobby's got it down, and Sherry and I are just trying our best to stay in line. And then we went and met. And he said, Bobby said, well, and get everybody to do it with us, and we'll film it as we go through the Homesteader Convention. And wouldn't that be fun? Well, yeah. I mean, doing the Macarena kind of sort of dance, but it's the WOP is hilarious. And
Hilarious.
so Chuck agreed. And we were out on a restaurant on the sand out by the water. And we were out there boogieing away. Didn't know a clue what we were doing. What a good
Hey, I
sport.
did. I got rhythm. I got the rhythm. I'm just a
I got
natural.
I got my own rhythm, but it ain't in line with everybody else's rhythm. I can tell you.
Yeah.
When
If
they
you're gonna
turn,
get
I
technical.
twist. And when they kick, I turn, so I can start some crazy things. But there is a second WAP dance that is not nice. Yes. And I didn't have any I was going up to everybody at that convention and asking them to do the WAP dance with me because I thought it was like the Macarena. And they all did. Most people jumped right in. And then when I asked the Stivers to do it, they both looked at me like I had 3 heads and had come from Mars. And then somebody pulled me aside and said she doesn't know what it means and told me what it meant, and I was mortified.
Mm-hmm. I'm
And
still
then
more
you
turn
came
my hair
home.
red.
Yes, you came home and said that your son knew what it was.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like,
It's
"What is he
impressive.
dancing about?"
Yeah. Yeah. What has my son been listening to?
That's my daughter said the same thing. She said, "Wait a minute, mama. Which song is that?" So Chuck, tell us that's enough. That's enough. Jen says, don't talk about it anymore. People look it up and it's bad. Hey, M&T living and cooking. I'm glad to see you. G Mama Grows. Vineyard Chicks. Hey, sweetheart. Tammy Bailey. The Mimi. I love that. So Chuck, your channel
Yeah.
that we have here on YouTube that we all love. What is it
What the-
about?
what
What
is
do you
my
think?
channel about?
Yeah.
My channel is about a little bit about everything.
Yeah.
It's life with Blending Chuck. It's our life. We do have every now and then we'll have things on there about gardening and canning, and I like to can it. I get bored with it though. I'll be honest with you. I get bored with showing how to can something all the time because I mean you
It's
put the
so
food
funny though.
in, you fill it up, it's all the same to me. But there are people
Thank
that
you so
that
much.
don't know and they need to know.
Yeah, they are. There are people that don't know, that don't have a
Right.
clue. Now, let me tell you right off the bat, my 2 there are many, many videos of yours that I adore, but there are 2 that stand out in my mind that when I need a laugh, I
Mhm.
go to watch those videos. And one was I Love Gardening, the one where you struggled a little bit. That was one video that was hilarious. I probably watched that 100 times myself. And the other was the canning video that you did that was, talking about using grandma's ways. I don't know the name of it, but at the
Oh
end,
yeah, yeah.
at the
The
very
back
end.
and forth and using
Yes,
the ball blue book and the
yes. I'm gonna do it my own way. And then Glenda walks in the room. Yes, honey, the book says so and so, and I was doing it. I thought those are 2 of my favorite. Now,
well,
you
see,
have been
I'm
go ahead.
sorry. I
No, no,
had
go
to
ahead.
I had to do it that way because uh, I needed to leave people wondering exactly where I stood on the issue, which was right
Yeah,
in the middle.
right in the middle. That's right. Oh, thank you, Patsy. Patsy said she joined the Chuck and
Well,
Blenda
thank you
face.
so much. Appreciate
That's
that.
awesome. And so, do you have a Facebook page?
I do. I do. I don't do my lives on it Uh,
Okay.
but I have a group page, Life with Blend and Chuck, that people can go on there and post their videos uh,
Oh,
and
I
tell
need to
about
do
their
that.
channel. I'm sorry, just get on Facebook and look up Life with Blend and Chuck and
Okay.
join. And you can post your videos. You can do your lives on there. You can. I don't care. I just want to help people and promote people, and
That's so
that's all that's
wonderful.
about. Uh,
That's great. That is just great.
It's not if I see your video, if I see you on, on Facebook page, and I see your video, or see if you're promoting your video or something like that, I'll try and share it. But I can't get to all of them, obviously.
Oh,
So
sure, sure, sure.
I just
Yeah.
expect people to put it on there themselves. And
Yeah. And that's Tasha. I gotta run, but it was so good seeing you, Andale. So glad I could catch you today. Tasha, thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. She gave a $20 super chat, and that's so sweet and precious. How nice is that? We're
but
getting
dance,
ready to get Chuck up there. How are your hours coming along, Chuck?
I have no clue. I just be honest with you, I don't. I hadn't looked at them, and I hadn't looked at them because
Okay. That's
I'm not
okay.
even sure. I don't know even know if I know how to do that. To be honest with you, Ann. Uh,
Well, I'm sure you do, but we will. That's okay. That's great. I love that you're not obsessed with it. I was. And when I actually I reached 1,000 subscribers and still had like over 2,000 hours I needed. So, it was a long way to be able to get that. And it was fine. It worked out fine. Worked out great. So if you're
but
looking for Life with Belinda and Chuck, it is not Belinda, it's Blenda, Blinda, and
you know,
Chuck. Yeah. Blinda. Yeah, I did spell that right? I'm
you
looking
did
at it.
spell it right. Blinda. People have misspelled her name for ever since she's been born. They've misspelled her name.
Yeah,
But
they
that's
misspell my name all the time too, and they call me Annie, which it's okay. I mean, I'm sure she's fine with it because I'm okay. Patsy says, "My mama and I canned 85 jars of green beans once, and they
oh
all
no.
spoiled." Oh,
Oh my goodness, how
no.
horrible. I
Oh,
wonder what went wrong.
I I don't know. I mean, the seals must not have worked, and it oh, goodness, that's
Maybe in
it
some
could
bad.
have yeah, bad batch of seals
We
because we
got
all get those sometimes.
what's the name of that I'm not
4 jars?
no, it's anchor something. The jars are great, but the lids, we had the horriblest time with them.
Yeah.
Anchor something. I don't know. I don't fool with it anymore, but I stick with the ball and the golden harvest and the 4 jars and stuff like
Yeah.
they all seem to work pretty good. But
Yeah, they do.
and I'm sorry. I
No,
appreciate you
go
having
ahead.
me on. My granddaughter actually had her tonsils and adenoids and tubes and everything this morning,
Oh,
and
my
I
granddaughter,
just got
you got
a
to go.
thing from my daughter, so I'm going to go check on her.
You go
Make
right
sure.
ahead.
I appreciate so much you
I'll go
having me on.
everybody go over and say hey to Life with Blenda and Chuck, and please just leave a comment that you came from Annandale Homestead. That would be
Absolutely.
fantastic and make my
And
heart so
look,
happy.
Ann, this is the kickoff
The
of
kickoff,
the
baby.
1,000 sub uh,
What is it?
world tour. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to come up with a better
It
name for
was
that.
like Blenda and Chuck's 1,000 sub tour, something, something. We gotta come up with a better name.
Road to 1,000. Road to
Okay.
1,000
I
sub
like it.
tour.
I like it.
World tour. World tour.
Wor and it will be the world. All right, darling. I am honored to be the one to kick this off. That well, how great is that?
Well, thank you so
Okay,
much. All right.
Chuck, we're
I
gonna have
love y'all.
prayers for your
I appreciate it.
grandbaby.
Yes, ma'am.
Prayers.
Bye bye.
Bye. He's just the cutest, y'all, and he's very sweet and kind, and I adore him, and, I know that you will too. Honestly, those 2 videos I have to go. I'll see you next time. Bye, Vineyard Chicks. I know this is school time and everything else is happening. Yes, hashtag Chuck is the best. He is. Rita's praying for his grandbaby. That's nice. And I'm sorry, Chuck, I did not know that you had a Facebook, but I will go over there and check that out. So, y'all, I got some mail. It's just the best thing ever. But first of all, I wanted to share with you a gift that I received, and we're going to talk about cruising after the mail. And I wanted to share with you a gift that I received from a good friend of mine, Cindy Price. Hey, old car junkie, 6 Acres Farm. Karen Young, good to see you. Jamie's Country Living. Anne Marie. Oh, that's so sweet. And Maria Graham, I'm glad. Yeah. So Cindy Price is a wonderful Facebook follower of Adrian's, and she's so sweet and friendly to me that she bought me a gift in Nassau. Can you see that? It's a little hummingbird and it has a string. It looks really big on camera, but it's not really. See, it's kind of a little one. And it's just so precious. The wings come off so you can travel with it, but I was terrified I was going to break that beautiful long beak of the hummingbird. But isn't that sweet that she gave me that? Thank you, Cindy. And I had sent her some goldenrod honey, some of the goldenrod honey that I made, and Adrian had lost hers. So she brought hers on the ship to give to Adrian. Doesn't that tell you what type of women and men that we had on the ship with us? Very giving, very sweet, very very sweet. Rambling with the brooms. You're still sleepy, Scott. I'm glad you're here. I totally get that you're still sleepy because I'm still tired too. I don't know, just woof, tired. So, my other mail, I've already opened it because I have trouble opening packages and I didn't want to take up all your precious time. This is from Eddie Family Farm. I go over there a lot because I met them at the convention in Oklahoma. It was a class, really, of the backside of YouTube and Facebook, and I learned so much. And they're such a precious family and couple. And they have Eddie Family Farm and Life on Eddie Family Farm, both on YouTube and Facebook. And I won. They were giving away an O-Light, y'all. O-Light flashlight. Stay tuned for videos, Rambling with the Broom says. Now, see, I haven't opened this. Congrats on your new O-Light. And it's like giving directions or something. I haven't opened the box. You need a mailing address for me, Patsy? It's in all my bios, but it is Andale Homestead, Post Office Box 254, Edenton, NC 27932. Yeah, thank you, G Mama, for putting Eddie's. So this is the O-Light. I wonder if it already has battery. Oh, it already has batteries, y'all. And I know some people are have a sensitivity to light, but these O-Lights are supposed to be like super, super, super bright. And it's little, and you can fit it in your pocketbook. I like that. Like that a lot. Thank you, Stephanie and Brandon from Eddie Family Farm. They had a they have like hundreds and hundreds of people on their lives, and they do a number drawing, where you pick the number. Somehow they see them. I don't know how they see them, but I was the closest number and I won. Woohoo! Without going over. So that's tickling. And then my buddy. Guess who this package is from? I don't know if you can guess who this might be from. They have these bags, which, by the way, I got one too. Look, hang on. 2 shakes. They ordered their bags and I got one. I said, "Where'd you get that?" And they said, "Sticker Mule." So I got my own bags. Hey, and there's my post office box. Is it right for you? It's backwards for me. That's my post office box. So hopefully, hey, Auntie Peg. My Auntie Peg is here. Peggy. Peggy Herman. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here, sweetie. So I got from Lazy Days Ahead. I didn't really win this. Actually, Glenda from Grayson Fire's husband, that is Grayson Fire's husband, won this. And she told him he needed to share this with me. So it was not his choice because she just said, "You're sharing this with Andale Homestead." And so I won from Glenda Bluetooth headphones. Isn't that cool? Wireless earbuds. The earbuds. And it's supposed to last for 20 hours. I'm so excited about that. Yeah, Glenda's husband, Kim, makes awesome pins. He really does. G Mom and Lazy Days, you guys are amazing for dropping links. Aren't they, Anna Marie? Oh, yeah, he was voluntold. Grace and Fire. Thank you. Thank you, honey. I really, really appreciate that. And they're red, so y'all might see them on my videos and lives. Hey, Sheppy. But yeah, there she said, Lisa from Jesse and Lisa, Lazy Days Ahead. You need to go say hi to them too. Lazy Days Ahead said, well, they're red. So if you drop one, you'll be able to see it, not like the black ones or the white ones and that you can't find in the yard. Hey, you would love an empty bag from me, Nikki, from the Everyday Life of an OCD's Chick. Aren't they the coolest? They're kind of cool. I'm a little nervous that they would send anything that I sent out, they would send it back to me. But anyway, they haven't. So that's my mail so far. There's something beeping in the kitchen. I think it's our new coffee pot. We had to get a new coffee pot. I drop my black ones in the dirt all the time. Me too, where to begin, Homestead. Worth, hey, 12 Stones Ranch. Worth has just about given up trying to find my earbuds because the phone will ring and I'll take them out. And like I just took it out a few minutes ago and lay it down beside me. And then it's a search and rescue time. That's what it is. So I wanted to share, it's 11:31, y'all. I'm not going to give anything away today because I wanted to give my moderators a break for a minute. And they're the only ones that can run the game for me. So it just is what it is. But real quick, I want to tell you a couple of funny stories about the cruise. For one thing, I have never been on a cruise. I've told you that 100 times already. In fact, Adrian said, I know you've never been on a cruise, so stop. It's like, okay. And it was amazing for me. It was fabulous. We did have a time. The first time that we got off the ship was Cocoa Bay, which is an island that is owned by Royal Caribbean. It was beautiful and lovely, and we had a little meetup down by the beach, and they had lots of food everywhere, and it was good and fast. Honestly, I think the same people that run cruise ships run Chick-fil-A because it was fast. I mean, really, you didn't have to, you had to stand in line because there were thousands of people, but you didn't have to stand in line very long. It's kind of like Chick-fil-A. Went through like a zip line. It was great. That's one thing I did not do is the zip lining on the island. I that's on my bucket list to go zip lining. I really want to do that. So that was great. And then Tuesday night, we were headed out leisurely, and we were supposed to be at sea all day on Wednesday, and we were headed to Nassau. Well, late Tuesday night, there was like an alarm, not an alarm, but a drill that was beeped over the speakers that was the code for someone is sick. And so someone got critically ill on the boat and they turned around and came back to Miami, which is weird because I thought a helicopter could land on the boat and pick somebody up, which would have been safer. But We headed back to Miami full speed. Got there in the morning. The rescue boat was there. I have a little video about the rescue boat being there. The seas were choppy right in that bay where they were trying to do it. Was a smaller, like a Coast Guard cutter. It was a smaller boat. Man, they were rocking and rolling. I couldn't figure out how in the world they would get a person on a stretcher from this large cruise ship into a small rocking and rolling boat. But by that time, the gentleman was well enough. Apparently, it was some kind of heart trouble or something. It's okay, Sarah. You're not late. It's all great. And he was well enough to step, like leap crazily from the ship to the boat. And we were all cheering and saying yay that he was well enough to do that. So, um, that's pretty cool. But so that left us the day Wednesday to book it to NASA. So it was full speed instead of this leisurely trip. Zip line is on your bucket list too, Virginia. So this leisurely trip turned into a little of this. I could feel just a little bit in your ears and your equilibrium. It's like, am I dizzy? So it just kind of rocked me to sleep. Yeah. Oh, you be glad to show me around in Branson, Missouri. Now, Rita, I do want to zip line. Oh, thank you, G Mama, for putting my Facebook page up there. Yeah, full speed. It was full speed M&T, and so it was kind of rocky. My sister never felt it, but I felt it the whole day. Kind of made me sleepy. Now on that zip line, I don't want to get on one that you have to keep going up. I just want to get on one, just one. And so that because I'm scared of heights, but it's still on my bucket list. And uh, my son-in-law's grandmother at 83 went zip lining. I said, if she can do it at 83, I can do it at 63. And oh no, I don't want to zip line through a jungle. I keep hearing that you're like over these big, like crevices and mountains and all these things. No, I don't want them. My husband takes seasickness meds with him when he cruises. I wasn't seasick. I wasn't seasick at all. It was a lovely day. We spent the day on the boat and we went around. They have bingo all the time and we did get to go to a show. They have Once Upon a Time was like a little mini Broadway show. It was a lot of fun. Very talented individuals in the show. That was great. And then Thursday, we did still land in Nassau, just like we were supposed to. And they had a lot of excursions that you could pay for, glass bottom boat, jet skis. You could go snorkeling. You could do all these things, but it was like a couple $100 a head. And I had never been to Nassau, so I just wanted to see it. So that's what we did. Amusement parks have about a 2-minute zip line. Yeah, that. Oh, I don't know about the bungee cord jumping thing, but just drink gin and tonics, good for seasickness. It's all in the gin. Deborah, I don't know about that. I did have a couple of toddies on the boat when I was in the Bahamas. I had a Bahama Mama and I had a pina colada. And I had a sea breeze with cranberry juice and I think it's vodka that's in there. I don't know. I'm not much of a drinker, but it was a lot of fun. I really had a good time. Oh gosh, Patsy, that's very sad. Somebody that passed away, and they did take a helicopter. Okay, okay. Well, this fellow was not. He was good. Obviously, he was pretty good from jumping from ship to boat. And we were all praying for him and very thankful that he was okay. I felt sorry for his family because, they didn't take his family with him. And to be sure, he was not alone. And so it's like, okay, Joe, see ya. I'm going to have a little fun over here on the ship and we're going to Nassau and I'll see you in a couple days. I can't imagine what you would have to do. Get off the boat in Nassau and fly back to Miami? I don't know. But When we got off the boat, you could walk to the downtown. It was, a lot of shopping, the shops that were there, and some of y'all have already heard this story, so put up with me just a minute, and I'm talking too much. It's 11:29, 11:39, but, because I need to go. So we get there and it was a lot of tents, just those pop-up tents with a lot of wares and bracelets and sunglasses and t-shirts. And I did buy some tea. I bought some soursop tea that a woman had there because I don't grow soursop. And the theme of some of the vendors was that they may have had a little wacky weed before we showed up because they were like, okay, well, you just, that's the only one I got, and hey, so that was funny. And then you got to go to work. Okay, Cindy, I totally understand. Hey, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, you didn't miss it, Diane. You're good. And so we walked through that area, and we did buy a couple of little trinkets. My sister bought a T-shirt and I bought some tea, and we just, kept on going. And then there's this really nice downtown, like it looks like a Rodeo Drive or something. I mean, it is Rodeo Drive. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous buildings, and it's Louis Vuitton and all these other big names that of stores and things. And they really like their products because their prices are a little high. But we were just gonna walk around a little bit, just see the sights, have something to eat. And we passed by this one place. The vendors are out trying to get you in, kind of like when you go to the county fair. They're trying to get you to come play the games. Well, the vendors are trying to get you in their stores. And both my sister and I, we are kind of polite, and it's very hard to say no. Um, but this one girl had little packets that she was handing out free, like free face stuff. And then I said, "Oh, well, thank you. That's very nice." And she said, "Did you just get off a cruise? I got a special for you because you just got off a cruise." Well, yeah, I mean, we all just got off of cruise ships, but I'm so naive that I didn't know. And she said, "I got something for your eyes that's free. Come on in, it's free. I'm going to give you another packet." First mistake, walking in the store. My sister comes behind me walking in the store, and they start, tapping you with this little stuff on your eye, just putting your eye. And when I sat down, I said, "Now, look, if y'all going to give a sales pitch, I have to go to the bathroom. I mean, I can't sit here listening to you when I have to go use the restroom. I really need the restroom." And so the guy said, "Okay, okay, good. Well, you just go right through that door down the hall. You see that yellow archway? It's right on the other side of the yellow archway." Well, I saw some people eating down there, and I thought, okay, it's a restaurant. That'll be good. I'll go to a restroom. I got down there. First of all, I left Miriam. I should not have left my sister. I left her in the store. We will never do that again. We made a pact. Where one goes, the other goes. And I went down there, and there was the restaurant. And y'all, it was behind a steel gate, like a jail gate, like a jail gate with great big padlock on it. And there was a young boy. Yeah, I did need my new flashlight. There was a young boy that was behind the gate, and he had a ring of keys. And he said, "Here, I'll unlock it for you." He was on the inside, not on the outside. And that was freaking me out, going through a steel gate, because people do disappear from Nassau. And so I walked in there, and it was like this little bitty hall, and there were some stairs at the end, and I peeked in the stairs, and it was filthy up those stairs. And I said, "Is this where the bathroom is? Do I have to keep going up here?" He said, "No, no, ma'am, it's right in that room right there." Well, there was a dark room. And I reached in to try to turn on the light, and I said, "What? How do you turn on the light?" And he reached in, he said, "Oh, well, the light doesn't work." said, let me out, 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 right now, let me out. And he's going, okay, ma'am, okay, okay, okay. And I'm thinking, every spidey sense I had in the world is I'm going in a black room down a caved hall with a steel gate in front of it, and this kid has the keys. No, thank you. And I mean, like I said before, I know that I know that they didn't want me for any kind of sex trade or anything like that, but they may have wanted some of these old organs. I don't know, but I was not staying. And I ran back to my sister and you know, we did find a restroom later. People are going, please tell me, did you find a restroom? I did, in another restaurant that was like a regular restaurant. And, but we sat down and I'm going, I, we're never separating again. I almost got stolen. I almost disappeared from face of the world. So that was a crazy time. I still don't know. I don't know if people go in there or not, but I certainly was not gonna go. We're not letting you go anywhere again, Felicia from FR Humphrey. It was crazy, y'all. It was behind that black steel gate. I mean, it was like a jail gate with big steel bolts and a great big lock, like you see back in the old timey jails. It was, yeah, no, not for me. Not for moi. And anyway, so we sat down in the eye thing, and I'm trying to get myself back together. My little heart is just patting, patting, patting. And the guy that was there was so entertaining, and he just loved my sister. Everybody loves Miriam when we're traveling. And he's patting our eyes, and he's putting the stuff under one eye. And I said, oh, you're going to mess up my makeup. He said, no, honey, I'm fixing your makeup. And so we put it under one eye, and it did. It looked better. It was probably preparation H, the best I know of. Anyway, it was scary, Virginia. It was very scary. Yeah, you do stay with your group. Yeah, stranger danger. That's exactly. I had all the Holy Spirit was saying, I'm telling you, get your butt out of there right this second. Yeah. A leash from now on, wrist to wrist. Okay, the Hoodstead, because you're savvy, girl. You can help me out. When we go to Savannah, maybe we'll have a wrist to wrist leash, or my sister and I have a wrist to wrist leash. But so he was trying to sell us this eye stuff. And my sister Miriam said, $30. That's all I'm going. It's $30. And so he looked away from her and he looked at me and I said, well, I'll go 40, but that's it. That's it. Because he wanted $300 for this eye stuff. $300, y'all. And this is a girl that gets her makeup from the Dollar General. So you know I ain't spending $300 on an eye liquid. Oh my gosh, $40 was too much. That's right, Kim. 300 bucks. And so when I said I'll go 40, but that's my tip top, that's all I got. And he immediately said, y'all have a good day. And he never talked to us again. He didn't give us the time of day. He didn't say bye. He didn't say nothing. I mean, it was like we were dead to him. We were just dead to him. Just like the carny people, at the fairs and stuff like that. And we should have just been a little more assertive and said no thank you and gotten up. Yeah, they put warning labels on preparation H. I don't think it's for the eyes. No, it's not for the eyes, honey. And when I got back to the ship, it was all white and crusty, and it made my wrinkles 1,000 times worse. So I would have been really mad if I had spent $300 on that face cream. I could tell you that right now. Would have been really mad. But we did walk around, and we didn't buy anything. I wasn't there. Everybody has enough trinkets and stuff. When I go on my trips, I don't bring souvenirs back for the children or the grandchildren because they have so much junk, and it was just junk, kind of thing. But we did find a restaurant that was a local restaurant. Yeah, I know, gross. We weren't fool enough. Yeah, that's true. We weren't fool enough. We were fool to sit down in those chairs. And I was fool to even walk through that gate, I can tell you. But I got my little butt back out there. Bring back chocolate. Yeah, chocolate would be good. So we found a local restaurant. It was the first time I ever got to eat conch, Conch. Conch. That was good. Fried conch. It tasted like the fried calamari or fried clam strips, anything like that. And yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. That's right. Thank you. And yeah, you had that crap on your face too. But um, I mean, I don't know what it was. They said it was fried conch. It could have been fried cat. I don't have a clue. It was tasty. I ate it up. It was delicious. Oh, and Scott says he's got chocolate from Belize. Ooh, that's awesome. When we went to Germany with my Auntie Peg, we got some chocolate and brought it back, and it's a different taste. I can tell you, a different taste. You were going to buy a jewelry cleaner from a vendor, and he wanted a fortune. Yeah, you walked away, followed me, and finally sold it at your price. Well, see, I think, oh, you don't ever leave the ship, Louise. Well, I felt kinda safe because we were together, and then I made that stupid mistake. Oh, thank you, Little Ridge Farm. I made that stupid mistake of separating. I just got talked into it really quick, like, "Go ahead," and he said, "I'll just keep her right here, and you just run on up there." I should have never done that. I won't ever do that again. But we went in the restaurant, and, if you're in the Bahamas, you gotta have a Bahama Mama, right? So we had one of those. They talked us into getting a bigger one because it had a glass that came with it. Because there was a little plastic glass, and then there was a like just like a solo cup glass like this, or there was a bigger glass that was plastic that you could take with you for a souvenir. Well, it was the exact same amount in that bigger glass, y'all. It's just an optical illusion. So, anyway, when we got, yeah, it was awful story, Martha. I know. Anyway, it was a lesson learned. That's right, Lorena. I learned a lesson, and I won't be doing that again. So that's a great thing. And every time you go, you expand your horizons more. It was a wonderful time. We had great friends. The best thing about the whole cruise ever was meeting everyone and making good friends with these people. A lot of them were from North Carolina because Adrian from Tales of an Educated Debutante is from North Carolina. But they were from all over the world. I got to meet Shirley from Canada and her friend. I got to meet people from California and people from Montana and New Hampshire. And it was just fabulous to see everyone. And we all laughed and we had a big time. Now, Jesse is saying that in July of 2025, from Lazy Days Ahead, there is going to be a cruise to Alaska. And he's telling me that I'll be safer on that. Well, I hope so. I'll be safer. It was the big girl club on this ship. You kind of looked after yourself, and you're the big girl. Pull your big girl panties on and take care of yourself. And that's what we did. Y'all, I have talked almost an hour. Can you believe that? Are you tired of hearing my voice? I would think so. So we're going to get ready to get out of here, y'all. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. I'm very close to a couple of big milestones, both on YouTube and Facebook. Very close. Yeah, we'll all stick together on that cruise, Grace. Oh, I've done a cruise to Alaska. It's magical. That's all I ever hear anybody say. You'll be my security guard, Scott. Okay, that sounds great, except for you can't run. That would be, but hey, I stick close to you. I'll be safe. I know. Snuggles and huggles, everybody. That's right. So as we get ready to close out, I will be missing a little bit of the chat. Y'all say goodbye to each other. Remember to like and subscribe, like and follow. I'm very close to some big milestones, and I love that. Instagram for me has gone crazy. I don't understand it. I'm rolling with it, and it's a lot of fun. But if you come over to Instagram, say hi, and it's still Andale Homestead. Maybe stand up for me a little bit when these people are tearing me to shreds for my videos. But I mean, there are many, many more people that are kind than the ones that are not. And so I'm just sharing a little bit about what's going on. So, y'all have a wonderful day. Remember that as we choose our attitude of the day, we can choose that life is calmer than it it can be calmer than it has to be. Thank you, Susie. That's so sweet and kind. We don't have to fight and growl for things. What matters is that we are sharing ourselves, that we're leaving a mark on this world, that our life matters while we're here, that we're the example of Christ while we're on this world. So today, I'm going to concentrate on being productive, being kind, and remembering that life is not all about being hard. It's about looking for the good. So, you guys have a great day. I hope I get to see you again soon. I'll be popping in lives back and forth on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. You just don't ever know where I'm going to be. Motivation of the Motivation from the weightlifting geek. Love you, buddy. We got to meet in person too. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you soon. And don't forget, I love you very much. Bye bye now.